What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the RAD. My name's Nicki Dimalanta. My friends call me Rogue Leader.
And I'm Nicki Dimalanta, and everybody calls me Dimmy.
Sorry about the coughing ahead of time, because I will inevitably cough into the microphone.
Yeah, it's a real treat.
Yeah, still dealing with this stupid little cold thing that I've had. I'm at the tail end of it.
Yeah, luckily.
Luckily, just trying to kick this cough.
Yeah, it's always the last lingering thing that will never go away.
Just put Vicks on my feet.
Yeah, we need to get more.
Yeah. Anyways, I think for this episode, we already did the Halloween thing. We did the TikTok thing. But I'd like to talk about, like, trips. Family trips, vacations, and stuff like that. Because you've been on more than me.
Really?
I think so.
We didn't go away a lot.
I didn't go away a lot either. But you've probably been on cruises with your family, from what I remember you telling me.
Cruises, yeah.
Yeah.
Not like a huge amount, but yeah.
Yeah, but, like, I mean, together we've only been on a handful of trips.
Yeah.
I mean, because I went...
It's expensive to travel.
It is.
No
It
thanks. I mean, it's cool and all, but both of us are also kind of like homebodies.
Yeah, a little bit.
I like being home. Like, it's cool to go places, but it always makes me like, oh man, I can't wait to be in my own bed.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
But it's cool sometimes. But yeah, you and me together, we've only been to a handful of places.
Yeah, because we've been to, went to California for a cousin's wedding.
And I'm sure that everything you're about to list is not all of it, but just
Yeah.
the things that you can remember at the moment.
Went to Colorado for our first honeymoon.
Yeah, it didn't work out too well.
Didn't work out too well. We went to Atlanta for the Counter-Strike tournament, which was a lot of fun.
That was a lot of fun. Yeah, the Colorado quote unquote first honeymoon didn't work.
Yeah.
Because we went there and we were like, oh, it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to try to go
Skiing and...
not skiing, but there was like something with like sled dogs that we were going to try to go do. And I got food poisoning, so that definitely made it not happen.
Yeah, well, first off, we land there and like, oh, we're having record high heat.
Mm-hmm.
And like, oh, great. I'm so
I was
glad.
pretty pissed about that. We get there and like there's snow in the street, but it's like melty, dirty snow.
It's slush.
Yeah. I'm like, what the hell? Like, if I wanted to walk around in the, like 70s, I would have stayed the fuck home. Like, what's the point of me coming to Colorado if it's not going to snow? Like, damn. Because I think it was like February-ish. I don't know.
Yeah, it was around there.
But yeah, it was record high. I mean, had we gone to where we were going to go to do that thing, it would have been snowing there because that would have been more near the mountains.
Yeah, it was in there.
But yeah, like the night before, first of all, I think it was sold out. And then also the night before we went to the Hard Rock for dinner and I got something and I was just sick as a dog that night. And so, yeah, that trip ended up being a wash. Yeah. It is what it is. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I don't know how, but yeah. I mean, it was fun before that happened.
The Atlanta trip was a lot of fun.
That was a lot of fun.
It was so much fun.
I want to do that again. Like
just a trip, not like we don't have to go on a nerd weekend because like I remember it was so random too.
Yeah,
it was like, hey, there's this Counter-Strike tournament this weekend, and we're all like, okay, cool. It's like, you guys got to go. It's like, not really.
Did we already talk about this?
I think we might have, but briefly. But yeah, you derailed the entire story.
Why? Because I thought we had talked about it before.
We talked about a little bit about it, but like it was like, we were all having drinks, so you got to go, and like 20, like drinks were flowing, and then like 20 minutes later, we're like, well, we bought our airplane tickets. I guess we're going with you guys.
Yeah,
we haven't even confirmed it with work if we can because we had to take at least a Thursday or a Friday off of work.
It wasn't a lot. It wasn't like we were going for a long time.
Yeah,
but yeah, that was a really fun trip, and I really want to do something like that again. Yeah. Like a friend trip, or like, I mean, I know that you're Mr. Motion Sickness, but I would love to do like a friend cruise or something.
If I have
like
a Dramamine, I'd be fine. But I don't know. Since I gotten vertigo, I have not been on a cruise, so I don't know how bad that's going to be.
Well, if that were to trigger that, then it's not worth it.
Yeah.
But yeah. And then, I mean, I know we've gone to more places.
We have.
This, but like, yeah, we went to like Big Bear with your family one time. I don't even remember what the occasion was.
We were in California for our cousin's wedding.
Oh, I didn't realize that's what that was for.
that was that weekend.
That was fun.
No. We just went to go. Okay. So we've been to California twice together. One of them was for the wedding. The other one was just to have a weekend.
Yeah. both fun. California's fun to visit, but I don't think I'd want to live there because everything is so damn expensive.
Yeah.
And I also just don't feel like my vibe fits the vibe of California.
I lived in Florida too long.
I guess.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like the stereotypes can be true sometimes. And it's just like, not my scene.
We could probably, it's just the cost of living there is too expensive.
Yeah.
It's like double, like the rent is double our mortgage. It's like, why would I, what?
Yeah, when we hear about like these tiny ass little apartments that go for like these like, I was going for monstrosity, but that wasn't the right word. These like ridiculously high like rental rates. It's like, why? Why? I'm living in a box for like $5,000 a month.
Yeah.
And like somebody told us one time like a house of our square footage there is like, oh yeah, that would be like at least $500,000. I'm like, are you kidding me?
As my brother said, it would be $1 million house out there.
That's stupid as hell. Dumb as hell.
It would have been our first house would have went for $1 million. I don't know how much this house would go for because this is much bigger and much more land.
That's ridiculous.
But I think the one trip that I think we'll spend most of our time on this episode is our Korea trip, our second honeymoon. Mm-hmm. That one was
our redo.
Yeah, our redo, and it ruined us for international travel because we splurged and went business class.
Oh yeah, that was great.
That was a mistake. We're like, ooh,
that was great. Well, because I think all in all, it was like 24 hours of traveling.
Yeah,
24 hours of flying. Mm-hmm. So I remember that we flew out of. I mean, obviously we flew out of Orlando, but I think we went to we had a connecting flight in like New York or something like that.
To China.
Yeah, we had a connecting flight to I forget exactly what city. I might have just been Hong Kong.
Yeah,
I think it was Hong Kong. But yeah, that was quite an experience because it's like, okay, well, I guess I can say I've been to China now. Because we were there. We just didn't leave the airport. And we were there for our layovers. Our layover was a little bit, like probably at least a couple hours. And because we were in business class, we got to hang out in the first class lounge and all that kind of stuff, which was really cool. However, when we were going through security in the Hong Kong airport, we had our carry-ons and whatever. And,
we had this,
it was pretty similar to going through security here.
Yeah.
Except they're a little bit more hands-on with their pat downs. I feel like you don't get pat down here unless there's kind of like a need quote unquote reason to, which sometimes I guess can be kind of subjective. But they weren't shy about patting you down there. And so we went through and I had my carry-on bag and I had this little battery pack. A cell phone battery, like an external battery thing, a USB type thing that I could use to charge my phone on the run. And it was like this little cylindrical silver little thing. And it wasn't obviously a battery, I guess.
Yeah.
But when they put my bag through the X-ray machine, they definitely put it to the side and then asked me to step to the side. And I was like, what's happening? And we don't know what you're saying, and you don't know what we're saying. So what's happening? And so I think they were knew that you were with me, and so they made us stand to the side. I think they patted me down a lot, and maybe you too. I don't remember, but it was getting kind of like, oh my God, what's happening? Like, why is everybody? Why do we have all these people around us all of a sudden? And come to figure out somehow, I mean, it's been a little while now, so I don't remember exactly what was being said and how much of it we understood, because I don't understand a word of Chinese apart from hello and thank you. So I'm not sure how we got this information because it's been a good several years, but I'm pretty certain that they thought that my phone charger was some form of a bomb. Like
a bomb detonator or something.
And so we were almost detained because they had
foreign country.
They had police officers coming over. I'm like, it's a phone charger. Throw it away. I don't want it anymore.
I think we actually ended up going plugging it into our phones. See,
throw it away. I don't care. Yeah. Take it to wherever you need to take it.
Yeah, we never got that back.
Oh, I don't want it back. Yeah. But yeah, that was something. And then I think after China, I think we flew into pretty much Korea from there. So a couple connections, couple of interesting adventures along the way. But yeah, we went to, I don't remember the exact name of the city we went to in Korea, but it was
close
a
to Seoul.
city well known to be like for
like
tourists, I think.
Pyeongchang or
No, I don't think so. And I think it started with an A. And so, but yeah, it was a lot of fun. And we stayed in a pretty nice hotel. And luckily, one of your Taekwondo friends,
old buddy
from Taekwondo, lived there, lived here, and then lived back there.
Yeah.
I think he was living there when we went there. But it was really nice to have him because, like, for a day, he took us out and he was like our little personal tour guide and translator. And so he took us like, oh, let's go to this one landmark. Let's take pictures here. Let's go to this landmark. Let me take you to this restaurant. And so
we met his sister there too.
I met her for the first time there. We had some K BBQ, which there is just regular BBQ.
So
you know
good.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's my grandmaster's children, his son and his daughter. It was a lot of fun.
It was. And we got a lot of good pictures because he brought us to a lot of good spots. And it was hard because I haven't been out of the country that many times.
Yeah.
And I do remember that when we first landed there, I was pretty jet lagged. Like I felt like a big old piece of shit.
A lot of flying.
Oh my God. I felt so terrible when we first landed. Like that next day, we woke up and we found out that there was this cute little breakfast place, like walking distance from our hotel. And so we decided to walk there and I felt like I was going to vomit the whole time. And I remember taking a picture with this really cute puppy statue very close to the breakfast place. Mm-hmm. And in the picture, I looked totally normal. But I look back at the picture, I'm like, I was sick as a fucking dog in that picture. Like I felt terrible. But luckily that passed. And then we met up with Johan and it was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
He took us, did we hang out with him for 1 or 2 days?
We hung with him for a couple of days.
Yeah, because one day was just like very touristy. Let me take you here, let me take you there. Let's take pictures and look at this. I'll tell you about this and I'll tell you about the history of that. And it was really fun. And there was another day that your best friend, Eddie.
He was in Japan at the time. He still is.
Still is, teaching English in Japan. For him, he was like, you guys are in Korea? Let me just jump on a fucking plane.
2-hour flight.
You know?
Yeah.
So before we knew it, he flew in and he met us at the hotel. And we got to hang out with him for the first time in a while. And so we met up once Eddie was in town. Then we met up with Johan again. And he was like, oh, let's go out to this seafood place. And I'm not.
So good.
I am not a big seafood person. Like, I do not like seafood that much.
I love this place.
You love
so
seafood.
Good.
Well, you like seafood in general.
Yeah.
And so I was like, all right. Not very excited. And I felt like we had eaten a little bit. So I was kind of like, well, I'm not really that hungry anyway. So whatever. So we go to the seafood place. And I think it was pretty well known. Had like pictures of a couple celebrities on the wall and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, whatever. Cool, I guess. And so it was one of these places where you sit down.
It's almost like a Korean, like a barbecue, sit down, cook yourself barbecue stuff.
Kind of.
Place.
And I remember the decor of the place was just kind of cool. The lighting was kind of dim.
Yeah.
And it just felt fun, just the atmosphere. Mm-hmm. And you would sit down and you had this little, and it wasn't like a traditional like grill that you would think would be in front of you. It was
like a little like camper gas.
Yeah, it had like
propane
this like
grill,
wire grid on top.
Yeah.
And they would bring you out like a clamshell and it was stuffed with like stuff. And then you would cook it on top of this like fire thing and they'd bring you all these different seafood things. And I'm like, all right, I'll try that. And I was like, oh, that was really good. And then like they brought us something else. I'm like, oh, I'll try it. Whoa, that was really good too. And so I guess I was hungry because that place was real good. And as we're sitting there, you guys are reminiscing because you're all, Taekwondo buddies, haven't seen each other in years. And that was fun for me to listen to.
I love it because it was classic, like my buddy Eddie, and who flew in from Japan, my grandmaster's son Johan. It was like back when we were just growing up, it would always be like bickering, and like Johan would like tease Eddie, and it'd be like, God, Johan, stop it, Johan, no. It was just like this like old times growing up. It was so much fun.
And of course, Johan was ordering drinks.
Oh God.
Because if there's one thing we learned, well, we knew this before we went there, but if there's one thing that we saw with our own 2 eyeballs, is that if there's something Koreans know how to do, it's drink and have fun.
Yeah.
And make good fucking food, among many other things.
Yeah.
But so he was ordering like beers and he was ordering soju.
Oh my god.
And the soju we'd had here before. Soju, if you're not aware, is like Korean sake.
Yeah.
It's like the
Rice
most dumbed down way I can describe it. Yeah, it's rice wine. Yeah. And the only soju we'd had here tastes like
shit.
paint thinner.
It's a dog shit brand that you can, every every liquor store has it, and it's just dog shit.
Every Asian market has it because I feel like every liquor store has it, and
Because
that's
they have to.
probably what an American would go to. Like, I recognize that, but it tastes like paint thinner.
Yeah.
He got this one brand, and it was called chomtorom, and it translates to like the first time, I believe, is what that translates to. And
You got real good at Korean too.
it was, well, at the time I was really studying hard. I wanted to be at least somewhat conversational when we went there to some degree. But he got like grapefruit flavored, and they had apple flavored, they had citron flavored.
Yeah.
And I don't remember if there was another one, peach maybe, but oh Lord, was it good.
Oh my god, we went through so many bottles. Like,
And they would like throw shots of it in their beer. I'm like,
that was
okay.
good. That was real good.
And so there's a custom, I guess you could say, in Korea, that if a person older than you offers you a drink, you're not supposed to turn it down.
Yeah,
That's
out of
very
respect.
rude. And also, you're supposed to let them drink first or whatever.
Something like that.
But definitely, if they're older than you, you're not supposed to turn down the drink. So he kept filling our glasses, and he's older than all of us.
Yeah.
So we couldn't say no. And there was a lot of bottles on the table by the end of the night.
It was close to like 12, 13 bottles.
It was a lot.
And then we're not talking like, oh, little beer bottles. Like, no, these things were like wine bottles. They're big.
It was a lot.
Yeah.
It was pretty dumb. Oh, and we did have one of his other friends meet us, that record producer guy.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So it was like four of us. It was four of us working on all these bottles, but still, it was a lot.
It was a lot.
And then afterward, he was like, I don't know how this decision was made, but he was like, I'm going to take you guys to this club.
And this is a Wednesday
It was
night.
a Wednesday night, middle of the fucking week. If you're at home and it's a Wednesday night and you're like, let's go to this club, I'd be like, fuck no.
I got work the next day.
Wednesday, one of the lamest days of the week. And so, but whatever, we're on vacation. But all the people that lived there weren't.
Yeah, nope.
But we went to this club. Don't remember what it was called. Don't think I ever knew. But anyways,
It's this 90s
it was a
Korean
90s
club.
themed Korean club. And you go in there and they were just pumping out the hits of the 90s from, not ours. They were
It was
pumping
Korean
out Korean
90s.
hits from the 90s. And we recognized some of the music.
Yeah, because we have an obsession with Korean culture, I would say. And
I wouldn't say obsession.
Not,
very healthy appreciation.
appreciation,
for.
but like being in Taekwondo, like especially Johan introduced me and my brothers to K-pop, like early 2090s. So these songs would come up. I'm like, I know this song.
Yeah.
I love this song.
Yeah. That was pretty fun when that would happen. Because
Yeah.
some of the songs we were like, I don't know it, but it's still catchy. But
Yeah.
then a song came up that we knew, we
Twist
would
King
lose
came
our
on.
minds. Like, oh my
Yeah, it
God.
was so fun.
The crazy thing about this club was that, like I said, first of all, it's a Wednesday night and it is packed to the gills.
Yeah, shoulder
I'm
to
like,
shoulder, hip
how?
to hip.
Why?
Might as well be fucking on the dance floor type, type deal.
For all I know, if you go to a club right now here in the States on a Wednesday night, it might be packed too. I don't
Yeah.
know. That was never my game. When I did go to clubs, it was always on a Friday or a Saturday.
Yeah.
And don't think I ever went to a club on a weeknight because why would I? That's just not the time to go. But I guess if that's your scene.
Yeah.
But it was packed.
Every time I've been to a club, it's never been that packed. That was like you had to
No, I have.
you had to twist and turn to get to your table, and like dance floor
I've
was bumping all
Then you
night
didn't
long.
go to very good clubs.
I did. No, clubs were not my thing. I was never a club guy.
Yeah, but this one, it was packed.
Oh my
And
God,
the
it's
crazy
so fun.
thing is that when we got there, Johan brings us to the bar, of course.
Yeah.
And he gives us these tremendous beer glasses, and one for each one of us. It's
then-
like they were already poured by the time we
It
walked
was
in.
a beer glass and then a shot of soju. It's like, all right, here you go. And you poured the soju into our beer.
And it's like, okay.
All right,
so
that
we start
sounds-
drinking it.
Sounds about right.
And that was a lot.
Yeah.
And then he ordered this like stir-fried something. I don't remember what it was. I have a picture of it.
Yeah.
But it was stir-fried something, and it was on like a plate.
Chicken?
Who the hell knows? And it doesn't
pork?
matter. But like he ordered this stir-fried something, and we brought it back to this table. And for some reason, we didn't want to eat it right away. I don't know if it was hot or if we were like,
I think it was hot.
I just want to dance. So
Maybe
like
both.
we left it on the table, which is unheard of here. I feel like if you leave food or a drink on your table here, it's either going to get stolen or it's going to get roofied.
Yeah.
Or someone's going to piss in it or something. But we left that food there. And then when we came back, it
Still
was
there.
Absolutely unharmed, untouched, nothing. It didn't look different, didn't look suspicious or anything. I'm like, wow. People here are very trusting.
Very respectful.
Very nice, respectful. They just want to fucking party and
On a Wednesday night.
not roofie people. You know, they just want to dance to the 90s and have a good time. So, yeah, we had some more drinks. We apparently ate stir fry, and then we just danced and danced.
Oh, my God.
And we stayed there. It was like, I don't know, 3 or 4 o'clock by the time we left, I think.
Oh, my God. Because we got there around like
And
11.
it was still packed by the time we left.
Yeah. We were leaving. People were still coming in. I'm
I
like,
know.
it's 3 a.m. on a Wednesday. Or
don't get it.
Thursday, technically now.
And Johan had work the next day.
Yeah.
And he didn't seem worried at all. I'm like, wow, bro, you guys are a different breed, I guess. I don't know how you're doing this. So, yeah, we were, suffice it to say, inebriated
Yeah.
by the end of that night. Luckily, we had Johan with us, and he literally placed us into a taxi.
He places in the taxi saying, hey, they need to go here.
He prepaid because they had those cool little, like I don't know.
Scanner things, yeah.
Yeah, like Apple Pay almost,
Yeah.
but, for any credit card. And he swiped his taxi card, and he was like, take him to so-and-so hotel. And the guy was like, Roger. And he dumped us at our hotel.
Made it
he
up
didn't
to the...
dump us. He was a very nice cab driver, I'm sure. I don't remember.
Yeah.
But, he brought us to the hotel, and we somehow made it up to the room. And we were absolutely miserable the next day.
I remember we wanted to go to this barbecue place. And
oh my God.
we got into a taxi, and we made it halfway there. We're like, we need to stop. We need to get out. And we sat on the side of the road for the next 5 to 10 minutes, gathering ourselves because we were getting car sick.
One of the two of you threw up into a bush.
I think it was Eddie. I
Threw up in a bush. Yeah. Stupid Americans.
And then we walked our asses back to the hotel and spent the rest of the day
because we were like
in the hotel room.
Who are we trying to fool here? We're not eating.
Yeah.
We can barely walk down the road. We're
I think we stopped by a convenience store first, got some ramen and a couple other things, brought them up to the hotel room and ate those.
Got some snacks and some ramen, and I think we got those really sick
the triangle.
the triangle rices.
Yeah. What was it?
I don't remember what they were called.
Yeah, but they had tuna in the middle.
Yeah, it was like a convenience store.
The banana milk. Oh my God.
I don't remember if I got that as a comfort thing.
Can we go to Korea again, please?
Yeah,
because I've been twice.
This is my first and only time.
The first time I went was for the Taekwondo demonstration competition we went to, and that felt a lot like work because we were being ushered around to do demonstrations at schools that Grandmaster was affiliated with for some reason, and so that felt like a lot of work. But this one was just pure
Apart from being sick as hell the morning after that. It was all fun except for that morning.
So much fun.
But yeah, no, we walked back, stopped at the convenience store, got some snacks, went back to the hotel room, and tried to nurse ourselves back to health.
Yeah, because Eddie had to go home the next day.
Yeah, I think it was almost the same day because I remember being like, oh my God, he has to get on a plane like this.
Really?
I remember being worried about him, he has to get on a plane, sick.
He wanted to have lunch at that place, and then I think he had a night flight to get back to Japan.
I just remember that I was like, no, he's getting on a plane and he's hungover. Yeah. No thanks.
Yeah.
But he made it. But oh my God, I don't think I've ever been that miserable the morning after.
Yeah.
Having some drinks.
That was probably the drunkest that we've been in a long time.
Absolutely. And it was terrible. And the feeling of being that hungover in a foreign country it made me feel so helpless and so sad. So I was like, I just want to be home. I just want to be in the comfort of my own bed. I just want to feel this way, but in my own house. I want to take a bath and just ride this out at home. But no, I'm not home. I'm in a hotel. And if I want to get home, I got to fly on a plane for 24 hours. But yeah, luckily we got through that.
The food was
really
good. I remember that one day we went to go see that temple.
Yeah.
And you made your first snowman.
I did. It was very tiny.
It just started randomly snowing. Like, oh my God.
Miniature snowman.
It was so cool because we have that video of you spinning in the snow because like you hadn't really seen snow up until this point.
Not really. I think the first time I saw snow I was like 2 or 3, which doesn't count in my book.
Yeah,
I don't remember it, so it doesn't count.
Yeah.
Didn't happen.
But like it just started flurrying. I'm like, oh my God, this is so. And to visit like a Korean like old temple with snow, it was just so
really
cool. And then we went to go get lunch, and we're like, oh, where are we gonna go lunch? And like let's go down this way, because like you're like, no, stay on the main street. What are we talking? I was like, no.
Yo, because I'm used to like America where everything's dangerous. You don't go down back alleys unless you want to get hurt and jumped.
You want the authentic Korean experience, you go down one of the alleyways. And we found this one, what was it? The
Army stew.
It was Army stew place. There you go. And we sat down and another Koreans like cooking shit in front of them.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, it's good. And it was, oh my God. And you're like, I'm so glad we did this because
oh my God,
if we would have gone down the main street where all the tourists go, we would have gotten upcharged for not so good food.
I mean, I'm sure it would have been great food, but it also would have been like you run of the mill.
Yeah, like
you know,
this is what. But yeah, that place was so good. Then we went to go get bibimbap one day. Oh,
yeah,
I ate the fuck out of that.
Well, I don't want to eat raw meat, so
it was raw meat with a raw egg.
No thanks.
Oh,
call me call me a millennial American, a boomer American. I don't want to eat raw meat. Sorry,
ate both of ours.
No,
it was so good.
No thanks. I'm not eating raw eggs. I'm not eating raw meat. I'm
man.
good.
I want to go back one day.
We'll go back, but I'm not eating that.
we'll bring our daughter.
Oh, yeah, when she's a little older, we'll definitely go back. That was a lot of fun.
Jesus,
and I remember we also took Eddie to like this little, it's kind of like a little downtowny area.
Oh yeah, the shop center.
Yeah, he got like ice cream with a honeycomb in it.
Oh yeah, that was good.
We got the little Korean pancake thingies with the brown sugar in the middle. Oh my God, it was all so good.
So good. I think we gained like 20 pounds on that trip.
Well, I think we gained 20 pounds just from the Army stew place because Army stew, not the healthiest of meals.
Oh yeah, no.
It is ramyun. And it's like hot dogs and beans and bacon and cheese.
It was so good though.
And Spam, I think.
Yeah.
And oh my God, it was so good. Oh man. And then we also saw a movie.
Oh yeah, we saw Deadpool.
We saw Deadpool there, which was an interesting experience because the theater wasn't very packed, but we were definitely the only Americans in there.
Yeah.
And the movie was subbed, not dubbed.
Yeah.
And Deadpool's jokes don't translate well. So
Cock gobbler.
Yeah, he was like calling people ridiculous names, ridiculous jokes.
I'm pretty sure we were the only ones laughing in there.
I think it only really makes sense if you understand English.
Yeah.
And so we were the only ones laughing, and we got a lot of weird looks, but we're like, hey, whatever, we're having fun and we understand it. So.
Definitely an American movie, not a...
Yeah. But that was a lot of fun to go to a foreign movie theater. Yeah. That was fun.
We also visited that one Korean barbecue that was owned by one of the Korean celebrities that we follow.
Yeah.
That was underwhelming.
A little underwhelming.
Yeah, I think it was there for more the name rather than the food. But
yeah.
We were like, maybe he'll be there. It's like, nope.
Wouldn't that be cool? A cardboard cutout of him was there.
Yeah.
But that trip was a lot of fun. We're definitely going to do that again one day.
Yeah.
And I definitely want to go during the winter.
Yeah.
Just because it's so pretty.
We're going to have to. We spoil ourselves because business class. Because the first time I went to Korea, I flew coach. Fuck that.
I can't even imagine.
Fuck that.
Being on a plane that long.
Yeah. No. Ugh. But then we would business class. You get to lie down all the way, take your naps, watch movies, cry.
Lie down all the way flat. Lie down.
Oh my God.
And it was like, what? Anything you wanted to eat or drink? Really? It was like, oh, you want some wine the whole time? Here you go. I mean, I was like, well, that's not a very smart idea, so I didn't do that. But it was Air China food. Underwhelming.
I think we got it for the price, not for the name, but
yeah. But
I mean, it was still business class though.
Still business, still better. And the business class lounges when you're waiting for your flight.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy, did I feel fancy.
Yeah.
Oh man, I felt fancy. Yeah. I felt fancy in my yoga pants and my UCF sweatshirt with my no makeup ass face and my messy hair, and I was like, kick me out. Look at my ticket, idiot. I'm supposed to be here. Whether you like it or not. about to be on a plane for 24 hours. I'm trying to be comfortable.
Trying to not look good. I want to feel good.
Exactly. I'm not here for you. I'm here for me.
Yeah, I think any. Shit, almost there. I think any international travel, we're gonna do business class because
being on a plane that long,
being on a plane more than 4 or 5 hours,
I can't imagine sitting in a shitty economy seat. Like if I'm flying somewhere domestically, yeah, sure, whatever. Of course, but going somewhere that long,
yeah, no.
Oh my god.
I remember watching The Good Dinosaur and crying my eyeballs out.
Oh yeah, I cried. I remember playing. I liked playing the games.
Oh yeah,
I liked how you could play like Texas Hold'em with other people on the plane.
Yeah, that was fun.
Like on the back of the chair in front of you or whatever. I'm like, I'm gonna whip these asses. I don't remember if I did, but yeah, that was a lot of fun playing those games. I'm like, wow, this is way better than watching like Jingle All the Way on the back of somebody's
all in, dummy.
chair.
Call me.
Looking back, like, take that, idiot.
Who's Jason 515?
Moron. I can't wait to do that one.
What do you think our next like trip would be? Because I know I want to take you to Hawaii because you've never been. I think Hawaii would be a nice family trip for us.
Hawaii would be a nice family trip. We've also talked about doing like an Alaskan cruise.
Oh yeah.
I think that would be a lot of fun as long as we shoot you full of Dramamine.
Yeah.
I wish that wasn't an issue.
I have no real desire to go to like Italy again. I've been to Italy once.
I'd go to Italy again.
It was fun, but I think because I remember because I went to Florence, Rome, and what was the other one? Venice. Out of the 3, I'd probably just go back to Florence. I liked Florence the best.
I didn't go to Florence.
I liked Florence the best. Rome was very busy. Wasn't my speed. The history is amazing there. Yeah. We visited the Vatican when I went to Rome.
Oh, not me.
Oh, yeah, because Obama was there when you went.
Yeah. We went on 2 separate family trips.
Yeah.
And when I went, we went to Naples and we went to Pisa and Venice and Rome. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And we went to Rome. It was like, oh, man, I can't wait to see the Sistine Chapel.
Oh, so
I can't wait to look at the fucking frescoes above me and absorb all the shit I learned in high school that I already forgot, but I kind of remember. But it was like, no, it's all closed because Obama's visiting today, and we got to
shut that place down real quick.
We watched his like
procession.
his like motorcade or whatever it is. We watched that drive by. I'm like, cool. This is why I came to fucking Italy, was to see a car with Obama in it. Great.
Thanks, Obama.
Thanks, Obama. Yeah. But I mean, we got to see other cool stuff. I mean, it would have been cool to see the Sistine Chapel.
Yeah,
but
it was cool. What
are you gonna do?
Yeah, but Venice was just dirty to me. Dogs shitting all over in the road, nobody picking it up, and it's like, ugh.
I don't remember that.
Venice felt dirty to me.
Oh, I don't remember that.
I visited the glass blowing factory. That was pretty cool. But other than that, I was like, Florence was my. It was very quiet, very quaint. Food was amazing in Florence too. So
when we were in Rome, I think it was Rome. We went to this like underground like church.
Oh yeah.
And it was.
Didn't you have to cover because you had like a tank top or something?
That was a different church.
Oh.
But we went to this like, I don't know if it was a church or like a tomb.
Sounds more like a tomb.
It was some like, I think it was like an underground thing, and it was like all the structures within it were bones.
That sounds like a tomb.
Yeah, probably not a church, right?
Yeah.
So that was really cool. Like you weren't supposed to take pictures, and I don't think I did.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was like skulls everywhere and bones.
That sounds spooky.
That was pretty cool. But yeah, there was another church where I had to put like a paper thing over my shoulders because heaven forbid anybody see my scandalous shoulders.
I think the next trip we'll probably go on, if it's not like a big family trip, I would like to go to Hawaii. Just cool. Because it's like a to do like a check out, like a check mark on a family trip like Hawaii. Yeah, I think it'd be fun. Europe would be fun. I have no real desire to go to like England.
I'd like to go to London. Yeah,
London. Yeah, maybe. But like, if because when people find out in the Philippines, like, oh, you ever been? It's like, no. You want to go? No.
No. I always feel bad when people ask me that. Like, oh, does Andrew want to go? And I'm like, no.
I have no desire to go. No desire to go to the Philippines.
I don't know.
It's like it would. Sure, it'd be nice to visit the motherland,
visit the homeland, the motherland.
But I really don't. No real desire to go to the Philippines.
Yeah.
It's just.
Go back to my homeland.
Yeah.
Or at least the majority of what I'm a mutt, but the majority of my homeland is Italy. So we could go back there. We haven't gone there together.
Yeah, we have. We should. Yeah.
So that could be cool.
It could be fun.
My parents, before they got married or before they had me and my brother, they took a trip to Switzerland, and they were like, "Oh my God, Switzerland was gorgeous."
I do want to go to Switzerland.
They loved that trip. So Switzerland would be pretty cool.
Go on a ski trip to Switzerland. I don't know how mad expensive that would be.
That'd be
but
real
still,
cool.
that would be really cool.
Yeah. I'd go there for sure.
Yeah. So one day.
There's plenty of places we'd go.
Yeah.
If it wasn't like, hey, give me your firstborn and I'll give you a plane ticket to go to this fucking place. If we win the lottery, we'll go places.
We'll go to places every summer and winter.
Oh, yeah.
And fall.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But until that happens, I don't know. We'll go to Disney and stuff.
Hey, we got Disney World right there.
We never go.
We never go. Planning to go. Gonna go in December.
Planning to go. Well, and when the kid gets old enough to actually appreciate it and whatever.
She can build her lightsaber with me.
Yeah, maybe we'll get some season passes or something.
That'd be fun. So I think we'll wrap this episode up here before I start going on another coughing fit.
Lord.
So, Dimmy, Nicki Dimalanta, where can they find you online?
So, Nicki, where can they find you online? You can find me on Twitter at Dimmy, DIMMMYYY.
As for me, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Drew Dimalanta, on TikTok at Rogue Leader Drew, at 1,300 followers. Get me to 2,000 people.
Rogue Leader Drew.
Rogue Leader Drew. I get to 5,000. I'll do that Turk dance for you.
Turkey,
trust. If you listen to this on audio form, please follow the feed and rate us, please.
And if you're listening on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, click the bell icon in the lower right-hand corner and see when we do stuff on YouTube.
Thank you so much for joining us on this episode of the RAD Cast. See you next time, guys.
Bye.
Later.